Hello, and welcome to my channel, TheKateeMeow. My name is Katie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a costume of Frankenstein's monster for less than $5. First, you'll need a cardboard box that is about the size of your face. It could be something like a shoebox, but if you don't have a cardboard box, you could use a rectangular piece of cardboard instead. Then you'll need some paint. I've got green, gray, and black paint for this tutorial. You'll need something to trace two different sizes of circles. One is for the shape of the eye holes. Mine is about 1.25 inches in diameter. The other one needs to be a bit bigger, about 2 inches long. Scissors, a ruler and a pencil, a cutting board and an X-Acto knife, a Sharpie or a black marker, a paintbrush, a small piece of cardboard, some ribbon or string to tie your mask, and glue. Now for the costume, you will need a jacket. I found this one at a thrift store, and for me it was perfect because it's bright green, this jacket has huge shoulder pads, and it's like 2 sizes too big for me. This type of jacket is perfect. You could get a gray one, you could get a black one, those would definitely work too. You'll also need some pants, again, I found these at a thrift store, and some boots or shoes. To start your mask, prepare the cardboard box. I cut off the top part, but left the sides intact. With your ruler, figure out the distance of your eyes from end to end. For reference, I got a measurement of 4 inches. Then measure the distance from the bridge of your nose to the top of your head. Once again, it was about 4 inches for me. Mark the measurements on your cardboard mask. Start by figuring out where the middle is. Make a center line from the top of the mask to the bottom. Then mark where the bridge of your nose would be. From there, mark down the distance you measured for your eyes. Take the smaller circle shape and trace in 2 eyes for your monster mask. Now take the X-Acto knife and cut out the holes for the eyes. Use a cutting board if necessary. Draw in the monster's hairline. This helps to give a rough idea of where the paint will go. Now get ready to paint. Use green paint for his skin. Paint the front and sides of the mask. Once the paint is dry, take the larger circle form and trace around the eyes. Try to put it in the center of the eye holes as much as possible. With black paint, paint in the eyes. Then, paint in his hair. Paint the sides and top part of the mask as well. Pencil in the monster's features. Draw his nose, mouth, and add a scar for good measure. Use the black marker to go over it and make it really stand out. Then erase any pencil marks that you see. With an extra piece of cardboard, draw Frankenstein's monster's bolts. When I drew them in, I made them really exaggerated. You can see here they're in the shape of a T. But you'll see that once I cut them out and paint them, they get shaped down a lot more. Paint both sides. Once that's dry, bend the back part so that it's folded at 90 degrees. Now remember, part of the bolt will be glued to the mask, so paint this part the same color that was used for his skin. Just glue them to the sides of the mask. The next thing I did was cut out the bottom of the monster's nose. Having a little space to breathe is always nice, and it helps prevent your nose from getting squished when you're wearing the mask. Poke holes on both sides of the mask. You will need 2 pieces of ribbon or string that are about 2 feet long, and 1 piece of string that's about 12 inches or a foot long. Take the longer pieces of ribbon and pass one of these ribbons through the hole and tie it to one side of the mask. Do the same thing on the other side. Now take the smaller piece of string and tie it to the longer pieces. This should form an H. The reason I did this is when you put the mask on, the smaller piece of ribbon will be on the top of your head, and the longer pieces will tie in the back. This helps to balance the mask out. If you notice that where you tied the ribbon, it's very loose, you can always put glue to help make it move around less. Alright, it's time to make the costume. Prepare the sleeves by cutting them in a zigzag pattern to give a frayed look. Do this for both of the sleeves. Then, do the same for the pants. If you weren't able to find clothes at a thrift store, you can use nice pants and a jacket, and you don't have to cut them. Now put it all together. The boots, pants, and jacket. And of course, your monster mask. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a costume, a homemade costume is a great option. I hope this tutorial has inspired you to make your own homemade costume. If you do make one, let me know. I would love to see it. My question is, who or what is your favorite Halloween monster? Dracula, the Mummy, a werewolf? Mine is, yep, you guessed it, Frankenstein's monster. Let me know in the comments what your favorite monster is. Have a happy Halloween!